Hey, Chris Birch here, Entrepreneur Strategies. I've been thinking about this recently. For my entrepreneurs, I think you guys understand this. For those of you that are new in business or trying to get started in business, I think there's a few things that you got to understand first, and you don't need to gobble all the information initially. But what you got to understand is there's a process to it. So I want to go over a few of those things with you right now. Alright, so as I was saying with entrepreneurship, I think for me, I've found probably the most profound thing in entrepreneurship is implementation. I'll say that again, implementation, putting into action. So we are on Monument Street, going right through the Johns Hopkins campus, going to look at a property about 4 blocks over from the main Hopkins campus. Looks like a great property, but with implementation, I found this property 2 days ago. Spoke to the person who listed it. It's actually a wholesaler, so it's not on the market. And my biggest thing here was to go take a look, go see what it is. I mean, I have a couple clients that I work with, and they always say, oh man, as soon as someone tells you about something, you just go. Well, that's implementation, guys. That's put it into action. You know, you gotta understand that, yes, this is not listed on the market, on the multiple listing service, but I found it out in public domain. It wasn't hard to find. I mean, he had it posted like, hey, this is what I have. If you're interested, here's the address, here's the lockbox code, go take a look. And now it did take me 2 days. It's a weekend, it's a Sunday now. But it did take me 2 days to get over, to take a look at it. But as you see, as we're riding along, very populated area, even for a Sunday morning. The locals are out and about. So we're about, 3 blocks over. So I'm gonna jump back on when we pull up out front. All right, so that was kind of disappointing. Got to the property, and the wholesaler that I was meeting there didn't want us to record, which I kind of understand. So for those of you that don't know, a wholesaler in real estate is a person who will find a property. Usually it's a distressed property, not always distressed, but maybe a vacant property. Maybe they've done a search in the court system and find out that this property has a bunch of liens against it, whether it be for taxes or other stuff. And that wholesaler will then go on, find out on public record who owns the property, skip trace, however they do that, find the owner, get in contact with the owner. So on this property, the wholesaler, I believe, found it on the tax record. And the reason he didn't want us to record, he let me take some pictures, and I'll show those in a second, but he has a contract right now to purchase, but the city has to agree to relieve a portion of the lien against it for taxes, on property taxes. So what he explained to me is that the current owner bought it as an investment. They didn't pursue the full investment. They sat on the property now for, I think, like 9 years, and they got behind on their city property taxes. So he's actually waiting to hear from the city whether they will accept his offer. So he has a contract to buy the property with the current owner, but he can't fully clear title because the city has a lien against it. So let me show some pictures now, and then I'll come back. So as you see, it's a great property. It's a brick row home. It's an end unit. It's right on the alley. That means you'll never have a neighbor on the other side. The street is 100% occupied. Ran into two residents that live on the street that basically kind of reiterated what I already thought, that they're really excited to see that someone is going to come finally, whether it be me and my crew or somebody else, that someone is going to come in and rehab it. I did also, just around the corner, about 4 houses away, just sold in December, so about 2 months ago, for $130,000, and it looked to be a complete renovation. So the comps in the neighborhood are kind of adding up, and hopefully we'll get it. We'll see. But as I started off on this video talking about entrepreneurship and implementation, this is kind of what I'm going towards. I just went up. It was a Sunday morning. Got my coffee. Went to go prospect the property. Now it's just before lunchtime, heading back. But it's the implementation of it, And I think you got to kind of figure out what it is that you want. No one else is gonna be able to do that but you. Figure out what it is that you want. What do you want to do? As I said, I was taking some notes this morning. That even if you're just starting out, whether it be in business, whether it be in real estate, any form of entrepreneurship, whatever it may be, the cool part is you can actually do stuff wrong and it doesn't even matter because you don't even know any better. So I think for me, implementation is the key. I have a bunch of people all the time that say, "Oh, I wish I could do what you do. I wish I had the initiative to just go do it." And I can kind of agree. Some people just have this crutch that's holding them back, whatever it may be. I know other people that they're trying to absorb all the information before they implement it. And you're going to find out that the guy who's implementing it is going to beat you every single time, no matter what it is. It's not a race. It could be a marathon. But the guy who implements and practices and continues to do what he does, he's going to win every single time. So with that being said, thanks for joining me. Hopefully get a good walkthrough on our next property. And I also want to bring you guys inside my day-to-day business with the printing and design and all that. So Chris Birch, guys, Entrepreneur Strategies. See you next time.